well, my favorite thing ever is your approach to addiction. Mm-hmm. I mean, and it just rings so true to me when I read about that. I had to take that class, because that's just not how most people are brought up to think,
right?
And to find the beauty in it, and to find the beauty in my own things that I don't like about myself, my first favorite assignment in art school was when I realized why I became a teacher. Well, that my complaint about myself is a lack of confidence. I just wish I were more confident. It's always been it, and I thought by now I would be, like that. But it's still, I'm still not, and I am, at the same time. But I saw that had I not felt insecure all my growing up, been a shy person, I would probably never put my attention on. Well, maybe I wouldn't have become a teacher. I wanted to become a teacher just so I could make sure no one felt invisible.
Right. So beautiful.
And then I wanted them also. That's their part. And then I wanted them to also accept the other.
Right.
Be able to accept other people. And I thought I wouldn't have had my radar on that.
You would not have.
I wouldn't have. And so, I mean, honestly, it made me cry when I was writing my little thing, because you go, oh my gosh, the very thing I didn't. Well, I'll cry now. The very thing I didn't like about myself. That's what had me give a gift, is my gift.
That's right. I think
Sorry.
David White.
Yes, I love him so much. I hear him and I hear you. You know what I mean? The connection is just incredible with how he sees the world.
Poetry is, we share poetry.
Yeah, love of poetry.
And this is, I remember first hearing him speak about this notion that within the wound is the gift within, and if you want to know what your purpose is on the planet, look at where you have the greatest suffering. And so it's funny that the first time I heard that was from him, and then he's a poet that we share, and that this is your flash, your realization.
Yeah.
Because we have such a risk-averse insurance actuary kind of world that says, I don't want to take any risks. I don't, and to me, it's such a non-equation. It's so silly. Like, no, you've been dealt all of this pain that will become fuel and wisdom, that will actually be the glider that you make it into your enlightenment on. No, it's not so that you don't interact with reality again because you're hurt. The hurt is the way that you're going to make it all the way to, wherever you're going to make it, the Holy Land, the Buddha fields, Nirvana, wherever you're headed, that's how you get there. And then I think that the wound, like how the tears just came, that wound is there to keep us, I don't like the way these words occur in our culture, humble or compassionate, but it's that wound is what keeps us in touch. Because if you were dealt all of these forces and gifts and visions and perception, without that wound, you couldn't be brought back to the heart. And again, I'm going to talk about my favorite new lady, Mary Magdalene, because she's so great.
I looked that up too, but I heard that. Yeah.
She's so, I keep thinking after all of this is past, I want to go back to theology school and really do contemplative Christianity. But what they talk about is that the coherence of the heart is what allows us to see that in spirituality, perception is a faculty of the heart. And I think that's so beautiful and such a lovely recasting of pain and ache, because what I see out there is not very artful. Like what you just expressed, that is an artful expression of pain, where you let us feel the hurt And that hurt tunes into everyone has some form of that kind of ache or hurt. And then you show us the triumph of the experience. And then that is the transmission of the blessing, which is inspiration. That can happen for me. And it's like a single moment of that. But that to me is the reason for all pain. But we have it it's so distorted, and there's so many therapies to numb it out or cure it or heal it. No, ride it. It's like ride it and stay in your humanity, right?
Yeah.